Bear markets can be overwhelming, but people do make their money in bear markets by acquiring great projects on the cheap. The only catch is that you're only able to actually know how much you've made once the bull market comes around. And you have to remember that, even though it seems like this bear market is dragging on, however much longer it goes, the bull run will return. And when it does, you have to position yourself in such a way to make the most out of the next crypto cycle. And so today we're focusing on 3 super impressive altcoins. These projects cover 4 of the most important sectors in cryptocurrency. One of them is already up 255% in the last year. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie. This is Altcoin Buzz. Best of luck if you choose to invest, whether it's these projects or any other altcoin in the crypto space. But I am not a financial or investment advisor. This video is not official financial or investment advice. Let's begin here with coin number 1 on our list. We've been talking about this one recently. It is GMX, which is really a cross-section of 2 major narratives happening right now in crypto, those being perp dexes and Arbitrum. What is a perp dex? This is a decentralized exchange where you can trade perpetual futures contracts. And these contracts are a big hedge for whales as well as institutional investors. And so they're important if crypto is going to grow in comparison to legacy finance. Now, before the 3AC, that's 3 Arrows Capital, the Voyager, and all the FTX issues that plagued us, most did their futures trading on centralized exchanges. A lot of us still do. But many have gotten smarter about self-custody and still want to trade or hedge in futures or perpetuals contracts. So there's perpetual dexes built just for that. And one of the biggest and fastest growing is GMX. In fact, of the biggest dexes, GMX is number 2 in the last 6 months. So we're looking here at the last 180 days. This is in terms of revenues from fees. Only DYDX has more. But that's only one reason that we like GMX. We think it's going to do well in the next bull run for another very important reason. I mentioned it a moment ago, and that is Arbitrum. Because Arbitrum is the leader in the Ethereum Layer 2 story right after Polygon. And aside from Polygon's many L2 solutions, because they have their own chain, they are almost like a hybrid of Layer 1 and Layer 2. At least you can think of it that way. And of the strictly Layer 2 protocols that only provide that support for ETH, Arbitrum is the clear leader. Arbitrum is the 9th in total daily active users. And in the Ethereum ecosystem, they are behind only ETH and Polygon, who are at number 4 and number 5. And Arbitrum leads Optimism and all other Layer 2 solutions in the most important figure that counts, which is adoption. In other words, who's using it. At the end of the day, that is the most important metric. All right, but what does GMX have to do with Arbitrum? Yes, you probably know that GMX started on Arbitrum and now is available on Avalanche too. Its $131 million in fees since its launch in September 2021 is by far the most fees generated on any protocol in Arbitrum. It's also number 1 in TVL, total value locked. And GMX is 3 times larger in TVL than Uniswap's Arbitrum TVL, by the way. And that means that many are using GMX or GMX in combination with its liquidity pool token GLP as a proxy for Arbitrum. And Arbitrum does not have its own token yet, despite constant rumors, by the way, that they're going to launch one, but not yet. And without a token, you got to ask yourself, how can people take part in Arbitrum's growth? Well, for now, the most popular answer to betting on Arbitrum's future is to buy GMX. Which leads us to the question of, will interest in GMX fade when Arbitrum eventually, inevitably, does launch its own token? I don't think so personally, because when we shift into a bull market, which is the theme of this video, interest in trading on GMX will probably grow exponentially. That's the most likely scenario. And open interest will rise as more people are trading to hedge gains or to use leverage to try to hit that one home run that will set them up for life. Now, if you've been here for past bull markets, then you know it's going to happen. It gets manic and full of hype, FOMO, fear of missing out, and everything else that gets more and more people jumping into the market. And GMX will benefit hugely from this. Moving right along, coin number 2 on our list is Frax. And this is another one that we like for when the bull returns. And they do have a stable coin. I'm talking here about the Frax shares coin, FXS, not the Frax stable coin, FRAX. We're only looking here at FXS. So Frax interested us initially due to their hybrid stablecoin project. And we still like what they're doing there, but they decided to go fully crypto collateral on it, and they're no longer trying to make it an algorithmic stablecoin. Frax thinks it's too risky, and they're going to the DAI-style crypto collateralized route. And that's probably going to be good for them because they recently made a huge move that relatively few people noticed. In fact, the last time we featured them on the channel, it might have been 6, 7, 8 months ago, this program didn't exist. Let's rewind a little bit. When the bear market looked to be continuing on pretty strongly in November, Frax launched liquid staking. This was a bold move, and it paid off because in 4 months, they now have over 113,000 Ether locked in their staking program. That puts them in a solid number 4 position with Lido as the undisputed leader, of course. And I know you've heard me say this before, but narratives do matter in crypto. So you can have the hottest thing going on, but if it's in a sector that no one cares about, then unfortunately, people will not notice and you won't make money. So sometimes they notice later and you do make money. Sometimes they never notice and your investment just sits there. But the thing is, liquid staking is a huge narrative in crypto right now. The Shanghai upgrade is coming to Ethereum, and that means that liquid staking protocols are in a position to benefit whether the bull market has started again or not. Really, in fact, the only thing the bull market will do is give more lending, staking, and investing options to the staked tokens, such as FRX ETH. Rounding out the list at number 3 here, last but not least, we're looking at another big narrative, one that we're big fans of, zero knowledge proofs. And the recent love we're expressing over these comes from the privacy that they provide and scaling through roll-up centers on layer 2 solutions for Ethereum. And there exists a light, a fast, a secure ZK-based layer 1 chain that most people are still ignoring. It is MINA Protocol. And as privacy becomes more important, like it's starting to again right now, Mina's importance is only going to grow because other than Polygon, who is really into lots of things, not only ZK, Mina, by contrast, is by far the largest ZK-only based project. At about $735 million in market cap value, as you can see, it sits at project number 66 right now across all of crypto, and everyone is ignoring it for the hot new L2 solution using the same technology and competing with 10 other L2 solutions, which doesn't make any sense. Now, if ZK gets huge, as we think it will, then you are going to want the leading layer 1 protocol in your portfolio, quite simply. One important note is that they use a similar proof of stake consensus as Cardano. This system, it's called Ouroboros, uses staking as its way to circulate new tokens into the market, just like Cardano does. So if you do buy Mina, you definitely want to stake it in order to earn those rewards and keep your ownership percentage the same when new tokens hit the market.